I'm joined here now with author Natasha Deen. Now, for our viewers who don't know too much about you, could you just talk a bit about your background?
I am here in Edmonton, Alberta, and Treaty 6 territory, the traditional homes of the Blackfoot, the Cree, the Dene, the Métis, the Nakota Sioux, and the Saulteaux. And I came to writing by accident. I thought to myself one day, can I do this? And I found out, no, I can't. But with patience and with a little bit of skill building, yes, I could. So for all those writers out there who are thinking, can I do it? Yeah, you can. Be patient with yourself, take it little by little. And I did. And now I'm the author of over 40 books. I write for kids, teens, and adults. And when I'm not writing, I teach the introduction to children's writing with the University of Toronto School of Continuing Studies. And then I spend all my free time trying to convince my pets that I am actually the boss of the house. To date, I have not won that argument, but I feel like I can do it. I feel like I'm a contender. I can win this if I keep trying hard enough.
And speaking of your works, the paperback version of your book, In the Key of Nirogani, is set to release at the beginning of November. So could you just give some background into this book?
So In the Key of Nirogani, so this is what the hardcover looks like. And the paperback is coming out on November 2nd, and it's gorgeous. And the whole book is, well, the grown-up version is that it's about a Guyanese immigrant teen who is trying to convince her very traditional parents that she, in fact, does not want to be a doctor. She would much rather be a professional trumpet player, and could they please just let her do that? But the way I look at this story is that it's a book about like following your dreams, being true to yourself, and the magic of a great cup of tea, and the sassiness of grandmothers.
And I'm East Indian, so I know the struggle sometimes of you want to live up to those certain expectations that set by your family. So would you say that this takes inspiration from your own personal life?
So much inspiration. I mean, we joke around about this in like Indian and brown culture, right? Like when you grow up, your parents tell you that you can be anything, any kind of lawyer, any kind of doctor, any kind of accountant, right? And you're a kid and you're like, can I be a pilot? And they're like, any kind of lawyer, any kind of so yeah. And when I was growing up, like I was supposed to be the lawyer in the family. I'd like to think it's because my parents thought I was that clever. But the truth is, I think it was just because I argued with them a lot. But yeah, it was when I told them I was going to be a writer, you could just see they were so mystified. And I'm really like I don't know that they like understand my occupation, but they respect it and they're proud of me and they love me. So that makes up for it. But yeah, I mean, for a lot of us, and I think especially for us who come from families who've immigrated, and that's colorless, right? Our parents want so badly for us to rise up and take advantage of all the possibilities. So sometimes it's quite the balancing act, right? When you're trying to like be true to yourself, but you're trying to be true to your family, and you're trying to like honor your culture, but you're also Canadian at the same time. And it's kind of like what's that? Do you remember that video game and the squares would light up and you'd have to dance around? And I feel like that's kind of what it is, except less lights and less groovy music,
Yes, exactly. And for younger people, be it guys or girls who have to deal with this, would you say there's anything that you would want them to take away from this book?
You know what? And it's a book, although the character is female, it's kind of a book for anyone who's ever kind of had those experiences or wants to know what it's like to have those experiences. It's really a book for like, listen, if you're having a day and you just want to like sit down and have a good laugh and read something that just, is cozy and it's comfortable, this is going to be a really good choice for you. But like, what do I want you to take away from it? I want you to take away from it whatever you want to take away from it, right? Like whenever I come to story, I'm going to write this story, but in my mind, what I'm building is I'm building you a playground. So I'm going to put in the swings, I'm going to put in the slides, I'm going to put in the merry-go-round. But, like my friend, I want you to play wherever you want to play. And I want you to take away from that experience, whatever it is that you want to take away from. And, it's one of the things that writers, I think we have to always consider is that we can give, like, I can come in and give, the same book to 30 different people, and we can all read the same book, but we will never read the same story because it's our personal experiences, our values, our hopes, our dreams. Like we bring that to our stories. And I think as a writer, that's one of the cool things is that I'm going to write this story and then you are going to take it and make it into something completely different, that is equally beautiful.
And if anyone is looking to get in the key of Niragani, where should they go?
If you go to my website, Natasha Deen, DEEN.com, all the information is on there, but you can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Natasha_Deen.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time today, Natasha.
Thanks so much for having me, Jasmine. This was fun. Thank you.